Hello viewers, welcome back to yet another video lesson of Smart Coach India. Today in this video, I will be teaching you about functions and their types. So what is function? Actually function is basically a relation where each and every element in the domain has a unique image. Unique image means you cannot have more than one image. Okay, that means in contrary to a relation, a function cannot be one many type. Okay, remember a function cannot be one many type. So when I define function, then I will say a function is a relation where each and every element in the domain has an unique image. So a function cannot be one many type. Clear? Now moving to the types of function, depending upon their characteristic, we can classify function as follows. So the first type is your one-one or injective function. So number A is one-one, or it is said to be injective function. Number 2 is your onto, or it is said to be surjective function, and number 3 it is bijective function. Remember the terms injective, surjective and bijective. It is easy to remember. Now let us discuss them one by one. Injective. So what is an injective function? Suppose f(x) is any function defined on a set A. Okay, so let f(x) be any function defined on set A. Okay, such that f of x1 is equal to f of x2. What is x1 and x2? These are any arbitrary elements in the set A. So where x1 comma x2 belongs to the given set A, and if I solve this equation and finally I get the conclusion as x1 as equal to x2, then I can conclude that the function f is one-one or injective. Okay, so this is the necessary condition that we should get for showing a function to be injective. Okay, number 2 is your surjective function, or it is said to be onto function. Surjective. So in very simple words, just try to remember that a function is said to be surjective or onto if the range is equal to the codomain. So simple. That means range is equal to codomain. Now, what is range and codomain? I have already discussed in my previous video, so you can go through it. Okay. Now, then what is bijective? Bi means dual. So, the last type, that is bijective, it means both 1 1 and on 2. That means if a function is injective as well as surjective, then together they will be called as bijective. Very easy to understand? Yes. So, let us discuss a question for our clarification of understanding. Question is like this: if f r tends to r be a function defined as f(x) equal to 4x cube minus 7, then determine its nature. So, solution, let us check the nature one by one: injectivity, surjectivity, and whether it is bijective. So, number 1 is your injectivity. So, for this I will consider any two elements x1 and x2. Yes, right, x1 and x2 in the set of real numbers. Now, see, one thing is very important to understand: what is the meaning of this symbol? When I write f such that r tends to r, that means this r is signifying the domain and the second set is signifying the codomain of that function. Please remember, this is very important. Okay? Now, injectivity. So, let x1 comma x2 be two elements in the set of real numbers such that f of x1 is equal to f of x2. Now, what is the meaning of f x1? If I put the value of x1 in the given function, then that is the meaning of the symbol f x1. So, the equation that I will get as f x1 whole cube minus 7 equal to f x2 whole cube minus 7. If I solve this equation, this minus 7 cancel from both sides. Again, the 4 and 4 will be cancelled out. So, the equation will get simplified to this form. Now, if we solve it, then one of the solution of this equation will be x1 equal to x2, which is the necessary condition to be what? As I have already written, x1 equal to x2, it signifies that the function is injective. So, yes, therefore, f is 1 1 or injective. Clear? Now, number 2 is your surjectivity. So, for this we have to cross check whether the range is equal to the codomain. So, for that we have some procedural steps that you have to remember. You will consider let y equal to f(x), you will give a symbol to the function, let it be y. Now, you replace the value of the function, that is 4x cube minus 7. Now, this y will give you the range of the function. Okay? So, to find the range, what you will do? You will express x in terms of y. You will do the opposite way. So, if you express x in terms of y, you will get the form as y plus 7 divided by 4 whole to the power 1 by 3. Okay? Now, if you observe this equation, then as you keep on putting the real values for y, you are going to get the real values or the corresponding real values for x. Okay? So what is the meaning of my saying that x will be real number if y we put as real number? That means here x belongs to real number for all y belongs to real number. Therefore, the range is equal to what? The real number. But initially if I have already told that the codomain is also the set of real number, again what I have got as a conclusion that the range is also the set of real numbers. So what do you think? Can't you compare and see that the range is equal to the codomain? Okay, that is range is equal to codomain. So if it happens, then I can infer that the function f is onto. So now see, the function that I have given is both 1 1 as well as onto. So it will be a bijective function. Now a very important point to remember is that a function is invertible or its inverse will exist if and only if the function is bijective. Hope you have learned well this lesson. Stay tuned and thank you for watching our videos.